sports reporting. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down. You know nothing about sports.
Now it's prod, not the beat.
Look, I had that conversation over dinner a few minutes ago. I was like, look. That's how I started out. I said, look. This the first podcast of the new season. I'm gonna need you to calm down. I need for you to show me the same love and support that I show you in your endeavors. Even though this is our little podcast to you, it's big to us.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to keep the same energy that you show those reality shows. I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy here.
Because we're broadcasting to our imaginary millions and millions.
Millions.
Of fans.
The Rock says this, but I'm gonna go apologize after it's all over. So,
absolutely.
But now she was cool. She was cool. She wasn't taking me serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I told Kenny. Michelle was like, she texted me. She said when you're finished, she's gonna come down, and we've been watching this thing on Netflix called Hit and Run.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, we've been watching Manifest on Netflix.
Man, y'all late on it. Man, that joint is good, ain't it?
I know. Her sister was telling us about it, and she was like, "Y'all need to get into Manifest. Y'all ain't got on Manifest."
Buddy.
And see, the thing is, I started
Didn't it get canceled.
I think so. It didn't get. They still doing it.
Oh, you know what? Could it? Because I watched everything up till it went off.
I think it got canceled.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I started watching it when it first came out, when it was new on NBC.
Yeah.
But I never did get past like the second episode. So let me ask you this. Since it got canceled, do they ever find out what happened to the plane?
I don't know. I think their fans are lobbying, like, Amazon Prime or Netflix to pick it up. Amazon Prime need to. They don't got enough.
Nah, but look, man, somebody on social media made a joke about with the pandemic going on and Spirit Airlines thing being shut down like that. Mm-hmm. Some lady put, I don't care where I gotta go, even if I gotta take flight 828 or something. She said, I'm getting out of here.
Spirit Airlines.
Oh yeah, man. Look. Hey, kid, man, Spirit Airlines. What was the preview for their season?
Bankruptcy.
Computer problems. Shortage of staff.
You said bankruptcy. I thought you said Trump. My bad.
Oh, man. They're coming for him, bro.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time.
So here we are embarking upon a new NFL season.
That's right.
It's your boys, the You Know Nothing About Sports podcast, 2021-2022 season preview.
It is us.
In America, that's usually, and that's true. We really don't know nothing, but we try.
Absolutely nothing.
Man, you know what I just realized? Y'all ever watch Home Improvement growing up?
Yes.
I look like Wilson. Because y'all can't see me behind my windscreen. Y'all can't see my mouth behind my windscreen.
Well,
I ain't thinking about that, Joe. You can't be.
Oh man!
Did they ever show his face? I stopped watching that to like season 5 or 6.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about the last episode. If they showed this, I don't know.
I don't think so. But you know what? The little kid in me always was like, man, he must be a burn victim or something. Why they not showing his mouth? He must be deformed.
You know what?
He must be the Elephant Man.
I'm thinking that's one of Tim Allen's things, man, to keep people curious. Because, people like them little quirky things like that. They'll say, okay, let me see if they show Wilson's face this week.
Yeah.
And,
And I think Wilson was like the family's conscience or something. Because
Yeah.
everyone talked to him.
Yeah. Yep. The
he,
kids.
he
Jill.
reminded me of the guy from Pet Cemetery. I think that was him. I think this tall guy.
I don't even know what he looks like.
I never watched that.
He looked like Herman Monster, but the guy that played Herman Monster, he kind of sounded like the guy that played Herman Monster.
Yeah, he kind of do.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, man. But this this woman just said, "Did I fall?" I didn't fall, lady. But this season, yeah. Oh man! But this season, I was saying earlier, I watched a lot of preseason games, man, on NFL Network, and Kennedy and I had this thing with the season upcoming. Why did you think they played a lot of the starters this last game?
People forgot, but the preseason got shortened because they added that 17th game. And to be honest, if we didn't have the Hall of Fame game, I would have probably forgotten. I mean, we still technically got our 4th preseason game with the Hall of Fame game. But yeah, people forgot, man.
The only thing I could think of is because normally after the last game, a week later is the season starts with the Thursday night game. But I think this time it's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So maybe they want to give some people some in-game speed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just struck me as odd when I'm watching the game and I'm looking at him like, wait a minute, why is he starting? I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So for the preview of the season, man, who want to start?
Don't make me no difference, man.
What's on your mind? Well, let me pose this question: How do you all think the season is going to go with this COVID and some teams having rules in place that you have to be vaccinated and things like that? How do you think the season is going to go first?
If you're because the Delta variant is so it's a 60% more chance to get it. I think we're going to see some teams forfeit because you can get the COVID even if you're fully vaccinated. Look at Frank Wright and what's the coach of Tennessee
Mike
Titans?
Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, the breakthrough cases, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see some fines, especially and forfeitures, especially from probably the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Football Club, as they're being the lowest vaccinated teams.
Yep. And you're gonna see somebody prominent, and I got one guy in mind here, but I'm just gonna keep it vague. No, I'm not. This is you know nothing about.
I got two.
Podcast.
I got two.
Kirk Cousins is gonna screw his team because I feel like they were a sleeper in their division this year. Because nobody's really, I mean, the Lions, they're kind of up and coming, but you still don't really know about them. They got a new coach, new quarterback. So, you still really don't know about that team. Of course, Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers, but he don't want to be there.
No.
And he brought back Randall Cobb, of all people.
Yes.
So,
and they're still trying to get Clay Matthews.
Yeah. So I feel like this was a prime opportunity for the Vikings. Now, you might be asking yourself out there, why didn't he mention the Bears? I didn't mention the Bears because they refuse to progress and they want to stay stuck on stupid. They think Andy Dalton is a better option for them to win games than Justin Fields. When all Justin Fields did, when all he did in preseason was ball out.
Look good.
He looked really good. Now, granted, it was the preseason
and against in 3s and 4s.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not like they were doing anything before him, so they had nowhere to go but up. Really,
I'm gonna tell you, Justin Fields, with the couple of games I watched him in, man, the mechanics are there. The dude can throw the ball. He once again, like K-Man said, he was against 3s and 4s, and he looked like he could actually read defenses.
Yeah.
Which got me.
Which was his knock.
Yeah, and see that's what I was getting ready to say. They knocked him. That was his main knock.
Mm-hmm.
And they knocked him on that out of high school, really, because he had been compared to he was being compared to Trevor Lawrence, even out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
They were comparing those two, and the narrative was just stuck was that I wonder if he can read defenses at the next level. When the two look total opposite in that regard during the preseason. Now Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he finished up well. He did well against us in the last preseason game, but for the majority of the preseason, he looked mediocre.
And also, as somebody mentioned somewhere, that Justin Fields started his college career at Georgia, which runs a pro-style offense.
But K-Man, hold, come on, I got to stop it right there. He did start at Georgia, right? But, I don't know if he started, but I know he played there. How does Georgia look now when they put in Jake Fromm over him?
Oh, their coach is a moron. That's neither here nor
there. Yeah, Kirby Smart's not too smart on that. But
hey, look.
I see what you did there, Sean.
but look, to you guys' point, man, about this season, with everything, certain key players are going to be out. K-Man, you mentioned certain games going to get forfeited. And to both of you guys' points, that means that every last one of these games that these teams play is going to be important.
Yes.
Yep.
In case someone has to forfeit something, someone sits out and they lose. So they're going to have to win and win.
I think here's my person that's going to could screw everything up. And no one's talking about Josh Allen. Josh Allen's unvaccinated, got his checks. And I watched the game with it was the Bills versus, was it the 49ers? I forgot who it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting right next to soon to be patient zero, Cole Beasley, just chopping it up. Now, I can't Isaiah McKenzie, he got that $14,000 fine and he immediately got that check. I mean, he immediately got that shot.
Yeah.
But it's because he's still on a rookie deal. I think, Josh Allen could be one, and we've already talked about our boy Dookie.
You know what?
He's got COVID twice.
Those are the two. Kirk Cousins and Dookie. A close second is the whole Washington football team organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, man. These games are going to be really important.
Mm-hmm.
And that one there, the Washington football team, that one there, that one really, it frustrates me.
It irks me.
Because here you have a head coach who's not only a good head coach,
mm-hmm.
but he's likable across the board.
Well,
and he's had his struggles with cancer.
Exactly.
He has he has a
compromised
immune system.
Yeah.
So you as a player, no, take player out of it for a second.
Yeah, as a human being, as
a grown man. What? Where are your priorities? Like where are your morals? Are you just in this really for this paycheck, or are you? I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see the disconnect, because if it were me and my coach was Ron Rivera, I would be doing everything I can to keep this man safe, because not only is he the head coach, he's the leader. He's numero uno.
Yes, that's
this team.
That's the thing that people forget. He runs everything. He is the one who says, "Oh, yeah, let's negotiate with that guy. No, let's go."
Yeah.
He was coughing around me. I don't like him.
He's the reason why Heineke's there. He's the reason why Heineke has a job in the NFL. Because he said,
Scott Turner.
Yeah, he said, here, no, that's my quarterback. I want to bring him here.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Marty Mortaweg has a job.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. With human beings, some of us are so selfish and stubborn. We don't want anyone to boss us around or to be looked at up here, or he's a pushover. And that's our flaw. Mm-hmm. Is that some of us are selfish, and in my opinion, that's why I think a lot of them don't want to take the shot, and they're going to say, "Well, it's America, isn't it? I shouldn't have to take it if I don't have to. Why are you making me do it?" But the person I am, I'm kind of like you guys. If you want to keep everyone safe, including your family members, you should do everything possible. But this is America.
Here's another. I'm gonna take another step forward. Most of these players are Zoomers, kids, not in the league, but most of them are the younger generation millennials. Because everybody was talking about millennials, but the oldest millennial is like 41. So
right, exactly.
But on the young end, it's 25, 26, and you got the Zoomers. And these are the people who live on social media. And so they can see stuff that they easily influence. Now, the thing that annoys me is you're highly paid athletes. Even from the ones who make millions to the ones who are on veteran minimums, you make more than the average person. And you have access to a team doctor and with insurance to your job, a regular doctor. Consult your doctor. Don't look on YouTube or don't look on Facebook or Instagram.
Exactly.
Okay, man, that's a good point, bro. You just said, even if you're on a practice squad, they make like $360 grand on a practice squad.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe I should go try out. How far I get.
I'm just like, you got access to the best care and people who can break everything down to you. And what do they lie? And what do they have to lie for? They're your doctor. And this whole thing that annoys me the most is, they're going to put microchips in my body so they can track me. You walk around with a living, breathing signal to the NSA, and your carriers call your cell phone. And then we have tablets.
Exactly.
My thing is, man, is that I bet you if you ask Kirk Cousins, hey, did you give your kids the polio and chickenpox and measles vaccine? Yeah. Oh, yeah. But to get this, here's the comeback on that, because I saw it a couple of weeks ago. This guy in Texas came back and said, I think this guy was a doctor. He said, those things were tested over 10, 15 years. I'm not going to trust a vaccine that they have pushed out within a year or 2 years. And I'm like, come on, man.
No, see, and here's the thing. That same person didn't forget to take their blood pressure medication, that morning.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Do you ever sat down and I don't know how we got here, but you don't sit down and think about what it is in your blood pressure medication or your whatever kind of medication you're taking that you swear by, that you never late for to pick up from the pharmacy. You never sit down and think, well, what is it in this medication that I'm taking that's screwing everything else up in my body? It's masking it's masking the very symptoms of whatever it is the doctor gave it to me for, but it's screwing up everything else in my body. Why is that happening? No, you don't. You take the doctor's word for it and say, okay, I need to take this twice a day until it runs out, then I go get another. You never question it.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. And I know we've had this conversation before. And what's going to happen with this season, if players and teams lose based on players catching COVID, being out 5-10 days, or just not being vaccinated, going against team rules, what's going to happen is somebody related to them, or someone they know is going to get it. It's going to be on their deathbed, And I guarantee you, if you ask them, hey, do you think you should have took the vaccine now? Of course, they're going to say, yeah, I should have taken it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, best believe.
And we hate to say, I told you so.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to say that.
But the ramifications in the NFL is greater. If a game is forfeited, the team that caused the issue, especially if they're the road team, has to pay the home team, the team they were going to go see, the average cost of what you would generate at a game, $70 million.
Wow.
Right.
Who wants to write those checks? I mean, right. I know most of these people are billionaires, or most of the, but writing a $70 million check?
No.
Your partner?
They became billionaires because they're cheaper than you and I.
Yes.
They don't. Can they write a $70 million check? Of course. Would they want to do it? No. Because that's basically, you're basically throwing away money.
Terry Pagula, the owner of the Bills, and his wife said to the city of Buffalo, hey, we want a 60,000 seat stadium that costs $1.4 billion, and we want you to pay for it. Right. Even though he's worth like $4 billion.
Yep.
And look, they're at a standstill right now.
Yeah, and the problem is they're going to have to pay half, because Toronto's not going to take them, and they can't leverage another city. Like, you're not going to leverage San Antonio. No. Like the San Antonio Bills, stop it. No. So you're going to pay it. It's going to be good for you. Calm it down.
Yep.
Well, that's a good that's a good preview of the season. I think we think things are going to go. We basically said the season is doomed already.
Yeah. It's COVID all over again, part 2.
Yeah. Except, it looks slightly different this year, because last year we didn't have the vaccine.
Well, true. And I think and last year didn't have any kind of rules or restrictions in place.
Yeah.
Nope.
And state and local mandates. So we'll see. But I think this is going to be a bigger thing. That's why right before we started, Tampa Bay came out.
That's why earlier, man.
Tampa Bay came out and said we're 100% vaccinated.
They're 100%.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's the other team? Who's the other team that's 100%? Denver, right?
I don't know if they say they're 100%, but I know they're high.
Is it Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
I know one of you guys made a joke that they might win a division.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, he's taking a shot at you. That's what it is.
I had to laugh at that joke. Okay. But here's the thing. The preview of the season, man. Do you know that the AFC East
Are we starting there?
has like the youngest quarterbacks in the league right now?
Yeah, none of them are
the youngest quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And look, Miami's playing New England.
Yeah.
So that's because look, I know both of you guys made jokes about how Alabama quarterbacks do in the NFL. So what do you guys think about Mac Jones?
He has a chance.
To do what?
What can I say? He has a chance to win the division. Does he not?
No.
Does he not?
No.
No, Josh, Buffalo is going to win.
Okay, caveat.
Are they?
If Cole Beasley and Josh Allen don't take the team down with COVID, I like their team. I mean, I have questions about their running game, and their running game was a problem last year.
Yeah, it was. Singletary, I think Singletary got hurt last year, I think.
Yeah.
The Patriots made a lot of good signings in the offseason. Some of them I didn't agree with. But the signings on the defensive side of the ball I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You give Mac Jones that, and one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach of all time.
Right.
And on any given Sunday, you have a chance. I mean, the dude is talented. Was he the most talented QB to come out? No, he wasn't. But the dude is talented. And I think with that coach, with that coaching staff, Josh McDaniels, I think he can do good things. I think he has a chance. I think they have a chance to win that division this year.
I don't see the wide receiver depth. I don't see the weapons to throw to. This is not Alabama where you got all stars and on protecting you and throwing the ball to.
True, but what offensive coordinator in the NFL is one of the best, if not the best, at scheming around the lack of talent?
I was just getting ready to go there because when I watched New England play, well, true. Josh McDaniels. When I watched New England play, man, I watched the play calling. The play calling was different for Cam versus when Mac Jones was in. And I'm looking at it, and I said, okay, they tailored this offense for Mac Jones already.
Yes, because the playbook is fully open because Cam was limited and he couldn't complete passes. His shoulders shot, and he was never really a good throwing quarterback, in my opinion. He had an arm, but he couldn't do little things. It was just annoying.
Well, to me, Cam was a competitor. Cam would go in his earlier days. He'll go out. He'll give you all he got. You know, he may not be able to throw the ball, but he'll make it up. He was making it up with his size and his athleticism. But as he started taking more and more hits, that body can't do what it normally do. After playing 4 or 5 years, you're taking monstrous hits.
Right.
But that offense is tailored for Mac Jones. And it just amazed me. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, he's looking. I'm like, wait a minute. First, when they played the Redskins, I said, okay. And then I said, I'm looking at the play calling now. I said, wow, it looks totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still had a division as Buffalo, Dolphins, New England, and the Jets.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Hey, have you guys, hold on, B, have you guys watched Zach Wilson play?
I'm not impressed.
Mm-mm.
I was impressed because I watched him at BYU, and I'm like, okay, I've seen him make some pretty good on the money kind of throws and some tight areas, man. So I'm like, okay, what is Robert Saleh gonna do with this dude?
I have a prediction later on about him and somebody else.
Can I just give mine now?
Okay.
He's not gonna get a 5th-year option.
Wow. I was just talking about this season. You're talking about his whole career. Wow.
He's not going to get a 5th-year option. He's going to be quarterbacking for someone else in 5 years. And after that 1-year audition, he's going to be out the league.
So Sam Darnold route that happened with Mark Sanchez essentially happens to any Jets quarterback.
Wow, man.
That's a terrible organization. That is a bad organization.
Yeah, I can't argue that one because it's true.
I think it's between him and Trevor Lawrence to throw the most interceptions this season, but that's just.
Speaking of him, he looked, in my opinion, when I watched him play, Trevor Lawrence looked kind of shaky when he was playing. He looked like kind of indecisive. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, y'all picked this dude as the first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who's calling the plays. Is there a remind offensive coordinator or somebody else?
I will say this about Trevor Lawrence, and this is all I'm going to say. Do not judge him until he gets a real head coach. Because Urban Meyer will be out of this league by the end of next year because he'll
be back in college.
He has health issues.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also was going to mess Jacksonville up. Their running back Etienne went down. He's out for the season.
Yep.
He's out for the season. And I told y'all when we was texting, I said I saw him limping on the sideline. I had to look. I said, okay. I said it can't be that bad. Then when I looked at, they showed him again. I'm like, I said he's not walking good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He had some kind of foot injury or something, I think.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars owner along with the LA Rams owner, are, if I was a head coach, owners I would want to coach for, because they're willing to spend money.
Yeah.
Right.
I just think because he's in Jacksonville, he got swindled or mystified about the legend of Urban Meyer and hired him over very qualified individuals. And he will come to regret that mistake because Urban also has control of the front office. He will come to regret that mistake in 2 years.
Wow.
Yep. As far as Trevor Lawrence is concerned with me, against ones, he looked bad in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he couldn't read the defense.
Mm-hmm.
He looked questionable in the face of pressure. He looked bad.
Yeah.
Now you fast forward to preseason week 3 against us, against our 3s and 4s. Oh, he lit the joint up then.
Yeah.
Against over half the dudes that he faced got cut yesterday.
Yeah, he has to make an adjustment, just like Mac Jones, just like Tua did last year, because you played with one of those big programs, Clemson or Alabama, where you just had stacks of players starting and those waiting to come in the game. And you don't have that when you are drafted really high. You go to a bottom feeder and with little talent surround you, protecting you or throwing to.
Yep.
All right, so we're talking about the AFC East. Let's go with we're talking about Jacksonville, the AFC South, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know Jacksonville's not going to do anything.
Oh no.
The Titans might do something.
What? You think so?
I think so, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A cat only has 9 lives. And I think last year was Ryan Tannehill's 9th life. I don't believe in this dude, man. I don't believe he can take that next step.
Is it because of his last name?
No.
Nah. Now, if it was Tannenbaum, maybe. But you take this guy. Fast forward to the AFC Championship game. He's going to be facing one of 4 guys. He's going to be facing either Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, or
Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Of those 3, the only one I can really legitimately see him beating maybe is Josh Allen.
Yes.
But the problem is the Titans aren't as talented as the Bills.
No.
So I don't believe in the Titans.
I will say this about the Titans. If I still play fantasy football, I would get a lot of the Titans offensive players because they're going to put up a lot of points because
they got Julio.
Because their defense is doo-doo.
They got Julio.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is not good. They got Julio. They got AJ Brown. They got King Henry. And they're going to be able to score points, but they're going to have to because that defense is going to leak like a.
And I'm going to tell you, the reason I picked them, man, the AFC South, man, because Houston's not going to do anything.
Houston's going to have Houston or Detroit's going to have the worst record in the NFL.
Houston's not doing nothing. Now think about that. We got Jacksonville, the Titans, the Texans. What's the other third team?
The Colts.
Yep.
Speaking of Colts, Carson Wentz has been cleared to play.
So?
Did he get vaccinated?
No.
See, here we go. Didn't I say a game's going to be important?
I'm telling you, their GM is like mad. He's mad. Like,
yeah.
The only other GM is that mad is the Buffalo Bills GM.
Yep.
And I think he's really mad because we got a chance to do something and y'all have a chance to screw this up.
Mm-hmm. All right. So since we're in the AFC South, the Texans, man, what do you guys think Deshaun Watson is going to sit out this whole season?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I would.
They're trying to get 3 1s and 2 2s.
Now that's too much. I heard about that.
And in his contract next year is going to be $35 million. Look, they made so many historically bad decisions over the last 5 years that the new guy's like, oh no, we're not going to do that. And it's just like, dude, you don't know the hand that you have.
Right.
If you want to get compensation for him, 2 1s and maybe a third. And that will get it done between if the Dolphins, if I correct, or the Panthers, or the Broncos,
Yeah, I heard
or the Eagles.
Yeah.
Stop trying to do this. You don't have any leverage. He once gone, and let's be for real, he wanted gone at the start of the season when free agency started, and then all of a sudden we heard all these allegations. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow, I can't argue that one either, man.
He's been famous a long time. He's been famous a long time. We didn't hear anything about this in Clemson.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All this stuff started to come out when he started.
Now, I will say this. I don't think the Houston Texans planted it because I don't think they're competent enough to do a plant job because that's a bad organization.
Yeah. Now, my thing is that situation that's in Houston, then the same with the Carson Wentz thing. They thought by putting him back with Frank Reich, that they thought that would be a winning combination.
Yes.
But when your starting quarterback doesn't want to get vaccinated, they got rules in place.
And he's fragile. He's fragile mentally and physically. Yep.
Oh, that's a triple whammy right there.
Yep.
That's a triple whammy right there. And I had high hopes for that team when they got him and he got back with Frank Reich. I was like, okay. But when he got hurt and all this other stuff, I'm like, man, then the vaccination thing, I'm like, that's too much going on.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good team. That's a good team.
Phenomenal offensive lines.
Good defense.
Good defense.
Good defense. Good young defense. Good running game.
Yep.
That's kind of sad, man, that one guy can take a whole team down. It's like the Titanic. No, wait a minute. What did George say about the stock tip? He said, "Oh, it's down 40 points. You want to sell? I'm going down with the ship." And look, since now got me thinking about something. Let's pivot to the AFC North.
Oh, the North.
The Norris division.
Probably the best division in the AFC.
I'm pretty sure it is. Now,
yeah,
he's my MVP. He's my rookie MVP, Najee Davenport, who the Steelers got.
Mm-hmm.
The dude can catch the ball at the backfield. He can block. He can run, which is going to help. Roethlisberger. Because Roethlisberger is not mobile.
Nope.
But he's hard to get down. I never understood it.
Yeah.
He a big D, 6'5". He a big dude. He like 6'5", 250.
He's like a tree. He's just like a tree.
He like one of them lumberjacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was watching one of the preseason games. I can't remember who it was against. It might have been Detroit. It was because there was the game they made a big deal about the tight end from Penn State. Their new tight end, Pat Fryermuth.
Yeah, Fryermuth.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was watching it with my brother, and two dudes had Ben Roethlisberger dead to rights in the pocket, and he got away. I'm like, for somebody to be so slow, he is really, really elusive.
Mm-hmm.
He a big. I watched him in college at Miami of Ohio, man. And when I looked at him, you're right, B. He's slow. He can, but he has good pocket presence, man. He at the time before his knees got messed up, he knew how to slide and step up. He still kind of does that if you give him the time.
Yeah, he really knows how to take control of the situation.
He's a big dude, man. Big dude, like 6'5", 255, something like that.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. But my thing is, let me ask you this. Who do you all have winning that division?
Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
I go
Cleveland.
I go Cleveland because I don't. I like Baltimore, but I don't trust Dookie.
Me neither.
And then I don't know. They didn't do enough for the wide receiver core for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. Their pass rush is okay. I just don't think it's,
Yeah.
Now I think Cleveland is, with Davian Clowney is making a huge mistake because he is the dude. Yes, he's super talented, but he ain't got that one it. He just don't have it. But I think Cleveland all around just has so much talent.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that could mess that up is Odell demanding the ball primarily, because I think if they spread it around, I think that's going to be a problem. You don't know who to go after.
With Cleveland, and see, this would never happen because of the type of dude that Odell is. Mm. But if he could see himself as a dynamic number 2 behind Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Because Jarvis Landry, he's going to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He can run routes at all levels.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Jarvis Landry is the workhorse wide receiver of that group. If Odell can get matched up, if they can match him up on a team's number 2 or even slot corner, all of those guys could eat. Mm-hmm. But like you said, he just can't. He can't get into that diva mentality where he has to demand the ball. Where
he started his career in New York.
Yeah.
Now y'all know, OBJ said that Jarvis Landry taught him how to do the one-handed catch that he does. But my thing is, the reason I don't trust Baltimore, man, because when Dobbins went down, because last season Dobbins was a key person out of the backfield with the screen pass. That's how Lamar Jackson got a chunk of yards, that screen pass. When he went down, I said, okay, it's all Cleveland. If Cleveland can keep everything straight, play defense, they can win the game. Because Cleveland got they got Chubb as a running back. They got a good tight end.
They got another running back.
And my thing is, if they can stay healthy, exactly.
Yep.
If they can stay healthy, Cleveland's going to be a problem for some people in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah. And see, what people underestimated about Baltimore is about Dobbins going down is he and Gus Edwards complemented each other so well last year. I know, Lamar got it in on the run or whatever, but he and Gus Edwards being able to alternate series or whatever, or however they did it, they just complemented each other so well.
Yeah.
And not having Dobbins now, that affects that rotation. And that matters. Like that it matters from a rhythm standpoint, from the offensive line, from a play calling standpoint. It kind of gets affected because they're not gonna want to wear Gus Edwards down.
And to your point, B, it also affects the defense, because if the offense can't produce anything, they're going to be a lot of 3 and outs. Their defense is going to be back on the field and is going to get tired.
Yep. What you're going to see more of is Lamar throwing on first down, and that's not good.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be more Lamar running on first or second down. He gonna have
that's good either.
Yeah. But here's the thing, K, man. Lamar Jackson wants to run like every down. I can tell. I see it when he's moving in the pocket sometimes. But you're right. It's not going to be good if all it takes is for one good hit.
Mm-hmm.
One good hit and the season's over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because he ain't big.
Exactly. The chains he wear around his neck probably more than he does to me. But it takes one good hit, and I'm gonna tell you, the way Lamar, in my opinion, the way Lamar Jackson is thinking. Because when I was young, we used to play football in the park. I would always be the quarterback because we would do like the option thing. And I knew I was faster than everybody. And I always knew nobody could touch me. But as I got into the high school level, I started encountering people, similar skill set. I didn't see a guy coming from this direction, got hit. That stuff starts to hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, with Jack, it's going to take one good hit and he gonna be like, "Oh, okay, it got real."
Yeah.
Yep.
And Cincinnati is not there. They're still building. Hopefully, they keep Burrow upright.
They look bad in that preseason game, but Joe Burrow comeback player of the year.
I don't think they have the head coach for them. That's just me.
But the thing is, before Burrow got hurt last year, he was looking really, really good. I was impressed with him until that Washington football game. And as soon as he got hit, I already knew. I said,
when you don't have that much talent around you, he was trying to do too much, and that's what happened. That's what he got hurt.
Yeah.
And speaking of talent, let's switch to the Afc West. Caveman.
Yeah,
bro. And I don't believe I'm gonna say this, but when I watched your Denver Broncos and the young players that hit, KJ Hamler's a beast, man. He's gonna be a beast.
If it's
he's gonna be
stay tight,
bro. He's gonna be a problem for a lot of people if he get on the field. And then the running back y'all got from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, y'all got a running back.
But the thing about it is, he's pushing Melvin Gordon and Mike Boone, who we picked up from Minnesota. He was killing it until he had like a quad injury, and he's on IR. Won't be coming back to week 4.
Man, I was sitting. I think that game came on a Saturday. Man, I was down in the basement, sitting on the floor. I'm sipping. I'm watching the game. I'm looking. I'm like, man, what Denver gonna do? Oh snap! Oh, and then I thought about it. I look on the sideline. I see your boy Cortland on the sideline. I'm like, he's not even playing.
No.
Man,
I think Denver's gonna make the playoffs. I said it when they made Teddy Bridgewater the starter over Drew Lock. I said they were going to the playoffs because they really didn't do anything but strengthen their defense in the offseason.
Yeah.
So is corner y'all just picked up out of the draft. What's his name?
Surtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he starting?
No, he's not starting because we got Kendall Fuller and Ronald Darby.
Yeah.
But they want to run. Vic has always wanted to try this thing out. He wants to go dime all the time. So he can get, because he wants Surtain, because he's 6'2", to check Kelsey and Waller.
Right.
That's not going to work in your division.
I agree with that to an extent.
Yeah.
I like it against the pass.
Yeah, exactly.
But when y'all got, dudes coming downhill.
Yep.
What y'all gonna do? Because I don't. Yeah. I mean, I like.
They want to show the look all a different time. I don't think they're gonna do it all the time.
Yeah, you gotta think, man. You gotta think, man. The teams in your division, AFC West, they have some pretty good, decent running backs.
Yes.
And trying to play dime, unless y'all got like two strong safeties that's like 6'2", 225, 215.
Well, we got what is his name? Jesus. Dang, I forgot his name. Well, we got Justin Simmons. And then we got God, what is his name? Used to play in Houston, played with he's really good. I can't think of his name right now. But he's a good tackler. And they got PJ Locke and this other dude, Jamal Johnson, they drafted. And they really like them.
That's the only way, if you're going to play dime, you have dudes with size that can come down in that box. And like Brandon was saying, you got to come down in that box and stop that run. Now, if you got some dudes that's like 6'1", 185, 190, oh, come on, man. Offensive lineman come around and pull, they're going to blow them up.
Yeah. I think it's Kareem Jackson.
Yeah, Kareem Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, I said I was going to say something. Okay. When they traded for Teddy, everyone knew that Teddy was going to get the job because the organization wanted Drew, the coaching staff wanted Teddy. because the coaching staff could get fired. And so when you have a coaching staff that's going to get fired, it's not going to be a fair competition. And so Teddy is the starter. The problem I have with Teddy is in a shootout, we're not going to win because Teddy can't do those things. So they're going to be relying. They're going to be relying heavily on the run. And the thing about it, they want to churn clock. They want like 8-minute drives, 7-minute drives. They don't want 2-minute drives or 3 and outs or 2-minute a bomb like what you saw with KJ. They want to have that defense tired, so give the defense rest. They have a really good chance to win the division. But I will say this. I believe if they don't make the playoffs, I believe that the whole coaching staff is going to get fired because the long 5-year odyssey of the Denver Broncos is going to be over with. They're going to have a new owner in the springtime. And that new owner, if he's money bags, might bring his own GM. If not, he's going to bring a new coach in. Hopefully it's I love Vic. I just don't think he's a head coach in this league. But I hope if he gets fired, I hope they bring in the offensive coordinator for the Bills.
What you got, B?
Here's why I say that I believe that they're going to make the playoffs. You know, I alluded to their defense earlier, but Bridgewater, he does well. Well, this is any quarterback really, for that matter, but he does well when he has a really good offensive line, which I believe Denver does when they're healthy. They're young at a couple spots, but I think as the year progressed last year, they grew together and they were solid by the end of the year. The run game is what's going to get them to the playoffs.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say, man.
They're gonna the run. I believe that because y'all, which one of those Carolina running backs y'all got?
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Javonte. Yeah, he was my favorite of the other two coming out of Carolina. But the dude, he kind of reminds me of, y'all remember down in Atlanta when Devontae Freeman was in his prime. Like he can't stay on the team now because the Saints just cut him. But
yeah,
when Devontae Freeman was in his prime, you could count on him to do it all from, running in between the tackles, running outside, catching screens, even stepping outside and running a route or two. And I think that's what the Broncos have in Javonte.
Yeah.
And I think
some people say MJD.
Yeah. So I think if they kind of run the offense through him, while you still have Sutton, while you still have Judy on the outside, that is a really, really dangerous team. Because if you think, when has Teddy Bridgewater had legitimate weapons to throw to?
Never. I mean, he got Noah Fant, and Sean alluded to it earlier, KJ Hamler, got
Judy,
Albert O, another just spacer tight end. So yeah, they got a lot of talent. And then, I said Mike Boone and Melvin Gordon and Javonte.
And I'm gonna tell you, because I got Denver winning it, but I thought the team that would push them would be the Chargers because everybody's talking about the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, hold on, pause. You got Denver winning the whole division?
Yeah.
What?
You do?
Yeah.
Think about that again.
The Chiefs play in the NFC now?
Well, the conference. No, it's the
You think they're gonna beat the Chiefs, Sean? Please explain, brother.
We have not beat them since the second game of the 2015 season.
The reason I got them winning it, man, because Denver has a pretty good defense. And I think they can match up this if the defense stays healthy, they can match up with Kansas City. It's going to take one of those Mahomes, Tyreek Hill special plays for them to win.
Hey, from your lips to God's ears, I was like, Jesus.
And the team I was what I was surprised about, everybody kept talking about the Chargers. How the quarterback is going to, Justin Herbert was awesome. He was this and he was that. I didn't see it that way.
Me neither.
You know, and the Chargers are going to have some trouble. So that's why I was saying, then I'm not going to get into the Raiders. He got them shits. Here's the thing with the Raiders, man.
I'm just trying to see what you see. I'm struggling over here.
Look, man. Speaking of, here's the thing, man. I want to get you guys' opinion because it was talking about when John Gruden, when he won with the Buccaneers, he had a lot of good coaches around him on the staff, and they were saying the reason he got let go is because he started butting heads because those guys on the coaching staff started going against what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Now, fast forward, they gave him all this power at Oakland, and some people were saying that's why Oakland's not doing well because he's trying to run everything. Yes. And this one guy said, think about it. He has all the power. Would you want guys around you that's going to question you? No, you don't want those guys around you.
That's why though they might. That's why you hire a TV guy to be your general manager instead of hiring a real general manager. Let's go back to the Tampa thing. That was Tony Dungy's team.
100%.
True.
He just won with his team. And then when he started to try to get taken over, the team did nothing because he won. There's only one individual in the modern era who has done it at a successful high level consistently. And that is the hoodie. He's the only one who can do both jobs. It's hard. It's super hard.
Yep.
And a lot of people were saying, man, when I heard it, I said that might be a point. That might be Oakland's downfall. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. That might be the Raiders. And they got the new stadium. Who has the new stadium? I think Oakland. Raiders got the new stadium, right?
They had it last year. Last year was new.
Yeah.
But this year's technically new because one of the reasons they moved because they broke. And so they're going to generate some money this year. And, plus being Vegas, people in the stadium, the way it is, they're trying to bring people in. Also, The reason why he has all that power, because Al Davis' son doesn't know what he's doing. And so he just wanted someone to take over. And unfortunately, he gave him a 10-year, $100 million contract.
I know, right?
He can't get rid of. So he's going to have to just suck it up and keep him.
Yep.
That's sad, man. $100 million, boy. God. All right. So let's do this. Let's go to our favorite division, the NFC East. Let's start with the East.
East.
B-Wig, my man. $100,000 and all.
What up?
The Dak situation, man.
The Dak situation.
Is the shoulder good or not?
What situation? What shoulder? What situation? Boy, they had y'all going. The media had y'all going. Troy Aikman, he just from that Hall of Fame game when he opened up his big horse mouth about about the shoulder, about the Cowboys misleading people and not about it being more severe than it. Dak's shoulder was fine. He had it been the season, he would have never missed practice time. There was no need to have him overdo it in training camp. No reason. He was already coming off, the ankle rehab. Right. There's no reason for him to force a shoulder strain. Quarterbacks throw with shoulder strains all the time. Mm-hmm. But this happened in the offseason. This was preseason. No. They sat him down. No, you're going to get 100% before you come back. He's now 100%, and you'll see it next Thursday.
I think it was overblown because of the ankle injury and Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was another one.
Yeah, ankle injury, Hard Knocks, and it's the freaking Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Yeah, America's team, I'll give you that one. And from what I saw, you guys did, of course, a lot of people didn't play, but it looked kind of shaky. But of course, y'all had at the time, I think it was Blaine Gabbert. Who y'all cut, man? I'm like, who? Cooper Rush. How many passes have Cooper Rush thrown?
Yeah, about that backup quarterback situation. That's one thing. That's one thing that continues to frustrate me about Stephen Jones. He likes to say that talent evaluation is a 365-day a year job. Okay, if that's the case, why were your two backup quarterbacks, Cooper Rush, Garrett Gilbert, or whatever his name is, yeah, I think it was Garrett Gilbert, and Ben DiNucci, who stinks. The only reason why he has a job, the only reason why he got signed back onto the practice squad is because I think Mike McCarthy knows his college coach, and it's like he's doing him a favor or something by giving him a job. I mean, the dude stinks. I never seen someone stare triple coverage. Stare at triple coverage and still throw it there. And not only you throw it there so bad that the defenders didn't even have a chance to intercept the ball. That's how bad of a throw it was. But anyway, we picked up Will Grier from Carolina. He's a better backup quarterback than Cooper Rush. Stephen Jones is notoriously cheap. He is cheap. And his logic is, well, what do we need a solid backup for if Dak's never going to come off the field? You don't know that. You didn't know that last year. You gambled last year. And look where it got us. Andy Dalton couldn't do it. Garrett Gilbert couldn't do it. Cooper Rush couldn't do it. Ben DiNucci couldn't do it. Now that goes to show you how bad Philadelphia was last year, because he almost beat Philadelphia on Sunday night on Sunday Night Football. But that's another topic for another day. We'll get to Philadelphia because I have concerns. But yeah, man. I'm glad that we brought in Will Grier. We could have had Minshew from Jacksonville, but Philadelphia they hopped on that for a conditional 6th round pick. Again, showing the cheapness of Stephen Jones, because I mean, who wouldn't want to give up a conditional 6th round pick for a backup quarterback? But yeah, man. I hope Dak doesn't come off the field, but if he does, we're in trouble.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Because I watched y'all. I would say this, B. Your secondary has gotten a lot better from what I've seen them play.
Not a lot. Be careful. Not a lot.
Well, from what I saw, I said, okay, they got some pretty decent corners right now. And I said, okay, and to me, because I'm trying to think who's the guy y'all drafted, man?
Parsons?
This year or last year?
This year.
This year, Kelvin Joseph? Deshaun Wright?
Is it?
Diggs?
It's one of those guys.
You talking about the corner?
Yeah.
We got Kelvin Joseph in the 2nd round, Deshaun Wright in the 3rd round.
Okay. I think it might be Joseph.
Yeah, from Kentucky.
Yeah.
He started out at LSU, then he got kicked off the team.
Yeah. So when I looked at their play, I said, okay, that looks pretty good. Of course, Zeke and them didn't play, Dak didn't play. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, it seemed like y'all got the pieces there. So if everybody can stay healthy, I think y'all will be a decent team. Now, you mentioned about Philadelphia. Man. I don't know what to say.
I want to say
go ahead, K-Man.
I want to say my piece about the Cowboys. I don't like the defense coordinator. Because he made his bones by working with Pete Carroll. And most of the time, defensive coordinators that work with Pete Carroll look good when they're with Pete Carroll. When they do it on their own, they stink. Chris Richard, Gus Bradley, Dan Quinn. Ken Norton's not going anywhere because he know it too. So I don't know. I'm saying right now I don't believe that defense is going to be. It's going to be better than last year.
It's going to be better.
I mean, last year was a train wreck. But
and that's all that has to happen. We don't have to be good. We just have to be better.
What is better? You're like what, the 30th defense?
We were 30th. Yeah, we were 30th.
So what do you mean by better?
20th.
You think you'll get
top
20?
Top 20.
You think you'll get to 20?
It's possible.
Listen,
hold on. We just have to be better than last year. We were the worst Cowboys defense in Cowboys history last year. And we still almost won the division, losing Dak Prescott in week 5.
That's what I was going to say, K, man. Just think about this. The team that won that division went 7-9. So they just have to be a little bit better than the team that went 7-9.
We keep our starting quarterback.
I'll give my prediction on the team that's going to win this division.
We keep our starting quarterback, and let's just say we go up 5 spots in the rankings.
Okay,
we 25th.
Okay,
25th in defense.
Okay.
That's the division right there, in the bag. In the bag.
Last year?
No, this year.
You talking about this year?
This year.
Look, that's saying a lot for this division, boy.
I don't know. Sir.
Okay, so tell me which team got remarkably.
No
better.
one did.
Thank you.
That's why I think that the Washington Football Club is going to repeat as division champions. I'm not saying they're going to blow it away and it's like going to be like a 3-game win lead or anything. It's going to probably come down to the last week of the season. But I think, they're going to. I think they have a solid enough. I think their defense is just going to get better, and I think their offense is going to get a little bit more competent with Fitzpatrick. He's going to do his thing where he thinks he's somebody and screw everything up. But I think they're going to be a little bit more competent.
When I look at division winners, when I pick division winners, I look at who has the best quarterback in the division, with any division.
Yeah,
who has the best quarterback?
Cowboys.
Who has the best quarterback in the NFC West? Seattle.
You got Seattle one? Oh, we're going to get there later.
Who has the best quarterback in the NFC South?
In what?
In the NFC South.
Oh, of course, the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Who has the best quarterback in the NFC North? The Green Bay Packers. Who has the best quarterback in the AFC West? The Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
We get what you're saying, B.
I don't.
Well, I will say this: the best quarterback in the AFC South, that team's going to win like 2 games.
Yeah,
because he ain't going to play.
That ain't his fault, though. That ain't his fault.
Oh, he ain't going to play, but still, yeah.
That ain't his fault. I just don't. I don't see why the WFT train is so full. Because everybody is saying, well, they won the division last year with a losing record, and they didn't really get better at quarterback. The defense will be good. Everybody knows that the defense will be good. Chase Young is going to be scary.
Yes,
this is all stuff that we know. All stuff that we know. But outside of that, they still don't have a number 1 wide receiver. The running game is still suspect. I don't know. I mean, defense only goes so far in this league. It used to be defense wins championships. It doesn't anymore.
I think their running game is going to be better this year. I think in steadier quarterback play. With that defense.
Steadier?
Look, they had Haskins who was smiling for Celtics like 3 minutes left in the game. I mean, come on.
If when you say steady, you mean greatness for 2 weeks, terrible for 5, great for 1, okay for 1, bad for another. That's great for 2 more.
That's still more steady than they had last year.
And just like I said, man, 9-8, they're gonna win the division 9-8. That's all it takes.
The disrespect, man.
9-8. I'm telling you.
Y'all let 1 year of bad defense turn y'all against my team.
And look, what's going to happen is with Washington
last year. What are you talking about?
When Washington's defense, they're going to keep all the games close.
What's the name of the
show?
Washington
offense can score, it'll be. I see Washington winning games like the Ravens did in 2000, 12-3, 15-12.
They'll never.
No,
never.
Now with the rule changes, and that's 20 years ago.
You score 12 points in this league, you're going 0-17.
I mean, that's 21 years ago. No.
And see, that's my concern. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to put up 28 points week in and week out.
No, they won't.
No,
I just don't know because they don't have the talent on offense to do it.
Yeah, but I believe they can hold people under
exactly, key man
18, 20. Well, under 20. Because I don't think in this league the way it is, I think it's really hard to consistently hold.
I don't know that they've ever held Dak Prescott under 25.
And I'm just getting ready to say, I don't see the Redskins scoring no more than they're going to average. They're going to average like
last year.
I know. I'm saying when they did have to see him,
they're going to average about 24 points a game, maybe 23. And if their defense, like you said, their defense can keep people under 20 points, that's a W. I'm just saying.
I mean, in this league, if you can keep a team under 20 points consistently, then that's a W because the way the league is shifted towards more offense. I mean,
it's a pass happy league.
Yeah, you can barely test the quarterback or look at him in the eye.
Speaking of passing,
well, we got to talk about Philly. They stink.
Yeah, man. Look, I told you, I don't know what to say about Philly, man.
It's bad, and
I don't know what's going on with them.
It's bad. Like I never Sirianni as head coach. Oof. That's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. Wow, we forgot about the Giants too. Jeez.
Oh, we're gonna get to them.
Oh.
Hey, look, hey, B-Wig. It reminds me of when Jerry and them got banned from the fruit place. And what did Kramer say? He said, I don't know what's going on with papayas. That's how I feel about the Eagles. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles.
Hey, look, Jalen Hurts. I mean, you probably won't listen to this, but they don't want you, bro.
No,
they don't want you.
I
mean, they had Joe Flacco as a backup, and they went and traded a 6th round pick for Gardner Minshew,
and they've been circling around Deshaun Watson all offseason.
Yep.
And then you brought up the Giants, Daniel Boone. They get Saquon, they get Barkley back, but
when?
Well, they say he's possibly going to play the first game.
I heard the second game, but I'm waiting. You know, we play him, so I can't wait.
So, and it's not like he doesn't have weapons. And I think if Daniel Jones doesn't get it going this year, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's out.
Yep.
Yeah. As far as the Giants are concerned, I have 2 words, and I'm only going to say 2 words, and then we can move on. Jason Garrett.
I knew you was going to say that.
Yeah. Because he's the whole problem.
Oh, snap.
He's not the whole problem. But, you know.
The Giants got a decent defense, man, but their offense just don't. Their offense sputtered, definitely crashed last season. So.
And they have a fraud over head coach.
Yeah. That defense is going to keep them in games. I heard they run a really complex system, especially in the secondary, but, you know, after a while you get tired.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to my division, NFC South, man. Of course, everybody got the Buccaneers winning.
Yes.
You know, I can't go along with that. You know me, I'm a homer.
Yep.
Yeah, so, it's not much to talk about as far as I'm concerned.
No, I think there is something to talk about.
And then the Michael Thomas thing. My goodness!
I think Sean Payton has always been seen as a genius, but he had Drew Brees, pretty much the most average-looking human to play quarterback in a long time. I mean, he's 5'10", his arm is average, but with mechanics and plyometrics, he was able to make the throws he had to do. Because Most quarterbacks are 6'4", got rocket arms, and if they're shorter, I mean, look at Baker or Doug Flutie or Kyler. I mean, they're around the same height, but they got cannons. And so,
Yeah.
if he can turn Jameis into a consistent quarterback, hey, that can throw 27 touchdowns and throw under 16 interceptions, he might be coach of the year. He might be coach of the year.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about that. People look at the record of Sean Payton when he didn't have Drew Brees.
Yes.
Right? When Drew Brees didn't play with our team, we only lost like one game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe two. But I know we lost one. But here's the thing. This is going to prove if Sean Payton's a good coach or not. If he can coach Jameis Winston and from the games I saw, he looked like he's on that path. Hey, B, you froze, man. You still talking, B? Up, he done came up on the surface. What he say in the text?
Yeah, he lost. So we can just continue. He'll come back.
It's his connection. But if he can keep it, like from what I saw, Jameis Winston looked real good. I was shocked when I saw him in that offense that last game. I'm like, man. K-Man, lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, snap! I thought you had froze. But
I'm here.
B. Our defense was top 5 last year, and if, like I said, if he can keep Jameis the way he is, and we have Kamara, we're not getting Thomas back until after the 6th game, after our bye week.
Yep.
So, and if our defense can stay at top 5 defense, we got a chance.
I just believe that the only problem I have with it, I just think Thomas might get traded.
See,
in the middle of the season.
I don't know.
I don't think they're going to get him back at all.
And I think he might, if they are playing the way they are playing, that he's going to be going to the division that we're going to be talking about next, to the cold North in Green Bay.
I don't think I'm pretty sure he's going to come back. But after this season, with the rumors I've heard with him in the front office and Sean Payton and the GM and everything, he might be gone after this season. But if we do trade him, because he just signed a big contract about 2 years ago, a huge contract about 2 years ago. So we definitely, I know Mickey Loomis, we're going to get something for him. But after this season, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's going to be back because I've heard that he wants to play with Jameis Winston. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Because I say the Packers only because Rodgers is probably gone after the season, and Devontae might be gone after the season. So if you trade him to the Packers, get like a 1 or a 2, the Packers are gonna go, okay, Jordan Love, we got you a wide receiver. You're gonna lose Devontae, but you're gonna get another one at almost an equal value. So
you see, I got us going like 11-6. Really? 10-7 for sure. Yeah, 10-7 for sure. But I would say 11-6.
Man, that's
now to
support the team.
That's right.
I don't think Carolina's going to be that good.
No,
and I don't think Atlanta's going to be that good. So
no,
there's a chance of 10-7, 11-6.
It's going to be us in Tampa Bay again. But they see Carolina's. Oh man, Sam Darnold, man.
He got ruined by the Jets. It's just plain and simple.
They got McCaffrey back, man, and we'll see because that was their whole offense last season was McCaffrey.
And then when he went down, but your boy, the OC has to do a better job adjusting to the NFL.
Now Brady.
Yeah. Matt Rule has to do a better job because Teddy said when he came here that they never even practiced 2-minute drill. all last season. I'm like, oh, woof. But then again, it's a college coach coming in and a college offensive coordinator. So,
well, look, that's a good point. Then with Atlanta, man, you know, Atlanta's fully vaccinated and everything, man. But they still got the quarterback.
And they got that dynamic tight end. And Calvin Ridley.
That's going to be their number one because Julio's out of there. Calvin Ridley's going to be their number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't defensively. I don't for the same reasons I have reservations about the Panthers. I have for the Falcons. It's just I don't think Darnold would actually be that bad, especially with Matt Rule, especially having a speedster on the outside like Robbie Anderson. You know, when he had Robbie Anderson, he was, you know, you could count on 1 or 2 deep touchdowns per game almost. Mm-hmm. But as far as Atlanta goes, I don't think Matt Ryan is finished just yet. He'll get a chance to prove that with his lifelong number one now gone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I like the offensive situation. I'm just concerned about the defense. Mm-hmm. They didn't really do anything on defense to get better. So I don't know. We'll see.
And then, all right, let's pivot.
B froze again.
Oh shoot!
But what we going? We're going
NFC North.
The North. The North.
The Aaron Rodgers drama, man. I thought, to be honest, I didn't think he was going to come back. To be honest with you,
but. Me neither. I think he really liked Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And
he said it. He said if he'd have stopped playing football and Jeopardy would have offered him a job, he said he would have took it.
And remember, and you know, still it's kind of open because the guy, it was supposed to be the Mayim Bialik and the executive producer, and then he did some things, and so he just got fired. So it's Mayim Bialik, so they could always keep the door open for him. But it's still their division. It's still the Packers division.
Yeah, and B brought up a good point earlier about the quarterback thing.
And then I don't. His main problem was you never got me any weapons.
Right.
And during the offseason, it was a lot of stuff talking about him coming to Denver. It was mainly because it's closer to California where he wants to be and all the weapons that the Broncos have. But after a while, I didn't believe it was going to go through because they don't have a really owner, but the president and the GM didn't want it to happen. And it was just, he tried to force things that he couldn't do because NFL players are starting to do that, you know, empowerment. It's just that there are mechanisms in the NFL that still won't allow you to do the things that you want to do.
Mechanisms of people.
No mechanisms. There are mechanisms in contracts and also mechanisms in organizations because if a team makes a deal, it opens a floodgate. And because baseball, you have more power, and because basketball, you have more power, you can force these trades. The NFL players still don't have the power they want to make those trades. You froze. B froze.
Yeah, B.
Hey, Frank Costanza said, "Don't blame the mechanism. Don't blame the mechanism."
R.I.P. to the God.
If you want leg room, just say you want the leg room. Don't blame the mechanism.
But
I just had to get that out.
Yeah, but that's a good point because, like I said, Green Bay is going to win it, man. But Chicago know, and let me start out by saying this. The reason Andy Dalton is starting is because Andy Dalton is a veteran. That's veteran respect. I guarantee you, after this first game, if Andy Dalton messes up, the next game, Justin Fields is going to be the starter. No doubt. And
we said this last year. And we're going to say it again. That's a terrible organization. Historically terrible organization.
Yeah.
And they only drafted Justin Fields to save their jobs. The
Basically.
GM and the head coach drafted Justin Fields to save their jobs.
Look, you know it's bad.
The owner, she's a nice lady, but she's 91. I don't know if she's running. It's just like, I would fire them and just bring a new coach in to coach Justin Fields.
Just like when I text y'all when I was sitting here watching the game, when Andy Dalton came out to start the game, nobody cheered.
No, oh my God, no.
When Justin Fields came in the game, everybody erupted. I'm like, man. That should tell you who the fans want as their quarterback, and it's going to happen.
And they're going to blow up the radio stations.
Yep. You know, it's going to. Y'all remember when? And I think I brought this up to somebody. I can't remember if it was y'all or not, but y'all remember when the Skins wouldn't play Patrick Ramsey?
Oh yeah.
And how everybody wanted Patrick Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the same way. It's going to be the same way. And the only difference is
the same thing happened with Jason Campbell.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember
the only difference here is Justin Fields is going to be. He's actually going to be good, and his bottom lip ain't going to hang as low.
I remember a radio guy, Steve Saban, was doing the Skins post game after a loss, and they were talking to Mark Brunell, and he essentially said, "So when do you think Jason Campbell's going to start playing? Because you ain't got it." And I was like, "Oh my!" And just Mark Brunell's eyes, just like, if I could choke you, I would. But
here's the thing: what I heard a lot of analysts say over the past couple of weeks is that they're worried about Fields getting beat up because the Bears' offensive line is not that good.
He did get rocked in a game he played, but it's not tiddlywinks. It's the NFL.
But tiddlywinks it's not badminton in it. But look, here's the thing, man. When I watch Justin Fields play, like I said, the offensive line is not good.
No.
But he has enough athleticism to make something happen once that protection breaks down. I watched him. My man took off. My man got some wheels. So I'm like, okay. I said he can at least make something happen and get some kind of yardage as long as he gets out of bounds without taking a hit.
Look, my thing is, I saw up close and personal what Andy Dalton could do behind a terrible offensive line last year. And he's got a terrible offensive line this year.
Yep. With no running game.
If you're gonna have a terrible offensive line, why not just get a mobile quarterback, somebody that can make something happen? When the protection breaks down, because it's going to break down.
Yep.
But and what's going to happen? Because you know how the fans are in Chicago, man. It's just like you said, K, man. They're going to be calling. They're going to be blowing up the radio station. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to bleep out some of the stuff the people in Chicago are going to say when Andy Dalton does perform or when the Bears lose their first game.
Yep.
Tell you.
The smartest decision Ryan Pace has made in the last few years is drafting Justin Fields. Now he's going back to making dumb decisions.
Yep.
And then the sad thing is, what's going to happen is the Vikings, like I said, we were saying earlier, Cousins is going to take that team down with him, unless something is done. Because I don't even know who's the Vikings' backup quarterback.
Kellen Mond.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, now you see. He might want to be worried because Kellen Mond's good.
Hey, RG3 after Kellen Mond got drafted was like, he's better than you in every way. He was like, hey, you just mad because he got those checks that you didn't get. Just like, let it go, man. Let it go. You had your chance. You messed that up. That's on you.
Kellen Mond is good. He's another. He's like Justin Fields. He's mobile. He has pretty good accuracy. He can read defenses. So if I was Kirk Cousins, I will be worried.
Yes.
Definitely worried.
And
Telling
now
you, and look, Detroit.
they're rebuilding. They're doing a teardown. They're doing it properly. That's all you
Look,
can say
man.
about it.
Look, K-Man, it was quiet for a minute. I wish we had one of them things where we can play the cricket sound. Just put that in that joint. Cheep, cheep. Detroit Lions, you don't hear nothing but crickets. But
This is one of those. This is going to be one of those bad years that it's a good bad year.
I feel bad for Jared Goff, though.
Not really.
Why?
He
He's
got his
going to get
money.
beat up.
Got his money.
Why?
He good.
He's paid. He's been to a Super Bowl.
No, man. He went from La La Land. Now it's going to be cold all the time. He was in L.A. enjoying the L.A. weather, man. Come on, man.
I'm sure he can afford a house that's he could put in 70 degrees.
Here's why I don't feel bad for him. You should have played better.
Yeah.
Had you played better, you'd still be in La La Land. But you regressed. So got shipped out. That's the nature of the beast.
Just like Kramer said, he said, Jerry, it's L.A. Nobody
No
leaves.
one leaves. They just push you out.
Yeah. But, all right. So, who we got left, man?
The West, the NFC West.
We were just talking about the team, the Rams, man. When Cam Akers went down, oh, man, that hurt me. Because I had high hopes for Matt Stafford and Cam Akers in that offense. But when he went down, I'm like,
This is my issue with I still think they might win the division, but this is my issue with them because they give all these people money and they don't care about draft picks. Their depth is awful.
Yeah. Yep.
They just don't have that much depth on that team.
what? But you got to think the way Sean McVay thinks. In his mind, he's like an offensive genius. He's kind of like the hoodie. He think if he has a scheme, he can just plug people into the scheme and it works. Now their defense is going to rely on Aaron Donald, getting pressure on the quarterback, stuffing the run. But that's all I see with them right now.
Well, they're on defense, they're elite at, two of the most important positions at cornerback and at defensive line. They got Jalen Ramsey up top, and they got Aaron Donald down below. So when you have two dudes like that, it's going to be hard for any team to do anything, run, pass. So my problem with the Rams is the very thing that you just alluded to, which is the arrogance of
Sean
McVay. Look, I get that you've been to a Super Bowl. I get that you've had success on offense. But no one goes that long before the league figures you out.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the league has figured them out. I believe that's why Jared Goff regressed the way he did. And I believe that's why they are not going to win that division this year. He's got to get McVay's got to get more. He's got to get more innovative. I mean, if that makes sense for even him, they got better at quarterback. I feel Matt Stafford. He's always been a good dude, a good quarterback, tough as nails.
Can push it.
Yeah, but he has no more weapons than he did in Detroit.
No,
they may even be worse. So and no disrespect to Cooper Kupp. No disrespect to Robert Woods, but that's a 2 and a 3 at best.
Yeah. With that kid that they drafted last year, that wide receiver. I think he played at Florida. I think his dad played in the league.
Oh man.
Let me see. His name doesn't ring a bell. Or is
I know you're talking about K, man. The dude from Florida, he could be a hybrid, tight end or a wide receiver, I think. Damn, what's the dude name?
Van Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about him?
Yeah. And they got Deshaun Jackson.
Now that's the Cardinals, man. Come on, the Cardinals.
Okay. No.
Oh, we talking about Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
Crip walking Deshaun Jackson. Like
Back in L.A.
he back home, boy.
Throwing up the signs, various signs.
He gonna be sea-strolling around that joint.
Mm-hmm. Before his hamstring pop out in week 2.
Man, because it's either gonna be Seattle, the Cardinals, man.
The problem I have with the Seattle Seahawks, if we can go to them, is Russell don't like them. And that marriage is about to go bad. And you didn't really do anything. Your drafting, again, is suspect and bad. And you're not paying Dwayne Brown any money. And it's just like, they be doing things. I don't understand. I don't get some of the stuff they do.
He's recommitted.
Who?
He said he wants to be there. Russell Wilson.
He's gone after this season. They're going. Him and Sierra and the kids are going to somewhere else. But
the thing is, that kind of goes back to what you were saying before, Kim, man, about how some of the NFL players want to take control and they want to be able to pick their teams and they want power.
Well, they go to Chicago.
Basically, they want their voice to be heard and to be respected. But mechanisms in place won't let that happen.
Won't let it happen.
So you might be onto something with that one. And B. Wig brought it up earlier, man. Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in that division. I think Kyler Murray is kind of right behind him. But Seattle needs a running game.
No, Stafford's better than Kyler.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Kyler.
Wow.
I'm not going there. And you know how much I like to make my little
Trey Lance, though. Trey Lance look good, though.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He looked like a rookie.
Yeah, he looks like he need about a year or two.
Yes.
Well, I give you that one because, and what I mean by he look good, man. I watched the zip. I watched this motion when he's throwing the football, and I watched the zip on the football. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's never been a question. I mean I was drooling over him over his workout, his pro day workout.
I remember.
I mean the dude, he can zip it, and I still, when it's all said and done, I still believe that he of this quarterback class, he will have the best career. But right now, he needs a year or two to just sit and learn under Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, and B, that's what I was going to get ready to say, man. Because, and I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan will clean up some of the bad habits he has. I'm pretty sure of that because, in my opinion, Kyle Shanahan is a good coach.
Oh, but I want to bring up something. Remember how, Brandon, you said that Sean McVay is a little bit arrogant and the league caught up to him? Mm-hmm. Well, Kyle Shanahan was his boss. And for all the glory we want to give Kyle Shanahan, he only has one winning season as head coach.
Good point.
You wise man.
Good point. I can't argue that one.
He's exactly right.
Yep.
But when I said it last season, man, when I look at the offensive formations that Kyle Shanahan comes up with, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good, the way he got the people spaced out. I said, okay, if everyone can stay healthy, mainly Jimmy Garoppolo, that would be a good team.
And Nick Bosa, but he also lost Robert Saleh, and that was his dog, and that defense was humming under him. So,
good point.
Some question marks coming in.
And the thing about the Cardinals, man, the Cardinals got J.J. Watt, so they got two good pass rushing defensive ends.
One's not happy though.
Yeah, Chandler Jones don't want to be there.
So I'm thinking, hopefully, with that rush, the defensive backfield won't get exposed.
The Cardinals are.
I know what you're about to say.
Go ahead, B. What you want to say?
I feel the same way.
The Cardinals are an enigma.
Yep.
To me, you see Kyler, you see Hopkins, you see a past his prime but still effective AJ Green. And on the surface, you step back and you say, it's a talented team. respectable defense, physical defense, can get after it. It's a talented team. But I go back to the head coach.
Yes. I knew you was gonna say that.
Yes.
I keep going back to Cliff Kingsbury.
Yes.
And his pad, his modern contemporary pad in Arizona. I'm not going to sit here and say it would be ignorant of me to sit here and say that he don't have it. He just hasn't shown me that he has it as a head coach. It.
Yeah.
I don't think that he has it. Put this team under somebody like not even Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Give somebody like Ron Rivera this team.
Mm. Oh, Frank Wright.
Wright. And you're legit maybe knocking on the door of a conference championship. But Cliff Kingsbury, man.
I'm just saying, let's go back to Cliff Kingsbury's pad. That contemporary, beautiful pad that was beautiful. And let's go back to the Bill Belichick's house. One person is living like he got 8 rings, and the other one living like he clawing and scratching his way up.
Okay, man, come on, that's not fair, man. Because you know how these Yang guys are.
I'm just saying, I know his house is beautiful, and you can afford it, but do you deserve it? That's what I'm saying.
My man Bill Belichick was on a HP laptop in a kitchen. There's no.
That was a kitchenette, sir.
in a kitchenette that's about half the size of this room that I'm in. It's like that place looked like he should be at that table with a hoodie on.
Yes. At
all times.
Yes.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yes.
Just straight hoodie.
He wasn't trying to look cool. He looked a little uncomfortable, but he was trying to do, and it's optics. It's those optics that sometimes, because Sean McVay's house was dope, but Sean McVay also went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. What y'all missing, man? How old is Bill Belichick and how old is Cliff Kingsbury, dude?
Bill Belichick's like 64, 65.
And look, in the way, 30, yeah, he like 30, 35. About,
like yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Guys like that, it makes younger players that he drafts coming out of college excited because they can look at that and see, wow, if I get my ish together and I'm balling out, I can have something like this. And Cliff Kingsbury says an example. Hey, look, man, you stick with me, you could be rolling just like this, dog. You heard me? But he's never balled out. He actually got fired at his job prior to being head coach. He doesn't have to. He's showing it to him. He's showing it to these young kids. And look what you can have. And he will show them the Zillow listing. Redfin listing in May of 2022. But look, it's all about perception. We were saying these young kids, you know, they got the jewelry on, they balling, they want the car, they want the big old house. You know what I'm saying? Kingsbury saying, "Hey, look, man, if you listen to me, you can have stuff like this, man. Don't you want to have something nice like this?" And look, they can look at Bill Belichick and say, "You want to be like Bill Belichick? Look at him; he's in the kitchenette, man. Come on now." But well, Bill, who's gonna guide me to that awful yellow jacket in 15 years with my parents in the front row and my high school coach and my best friend and my teammates standing up there? I don't need a yellow coat. When I got a house like Cliff Kingsbury and I got millions and $1 million in the bank. Damn a yellow coat. I'm living good.
And if that's your mindset, you're never gonna win anything.
Yeah.
They don't B. I don't already won. B, what you talking about? I don't want that ship in college. I don't want the high school level. That's what these young players are saying.
Oh,
I'm serious.
And I just want them.
I get that.
I get that too, and I just want them to give two words: Brian Bosworth.
Because I'm telling you, I've heard. I can't think of the thing I watch. Man, it's this high school joint I be checking out online, and I hear a lot of the kids. That's why a lot of these high schools are basically doing a lot of spread offense, like what Cliff Kingsbury run. They're doing all like you guys say, it's a pass happy league. Everybody's looking for the big bomb to make the big play, and that's what a lot of these high schools are gearing their offenses around: spread offense, quick hits. Show your athleticism. You can catch the ball 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, break a few tackles, go for a touchdown.
Yep.
And now that college players are going to start getting paid, a lot of people are going to go in and look at Cliff Kingsbury. They may not the way it's looking right now. They may not need Cliff Kingsbury. They may get into college, get these endorsements, start making this money. I don't need to go to the NFL and get hurt, man. I got $15 million right now. All I got to do is.
Let me stay here and get this 4-year degree.
Yeah.
But that's the mindset of a lot of young players. Yeah. They look at Cliff Kingsbury, and that's why I was trying to figure out why on draft night they showed Cliff Kingsbury's house. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, that's advertising. I see what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He's trying to cater to these young kids just going into college or in their second or third year in college. You ball out, man. Bring it to Arizona.
But if you get fired after the season, it's not.
Well, that's a different story. Yeah. Look. That's like your boy said, "Well, man, how come you didn't help me when he was choking me in Smoke backyard?" Oh, that was different.
and we all know that GM ain't the greatest of decision makers,
and that owner ain't the best either. So
that's a good point, man.
So we just ran down the divisions. All right. So and we
grievances.
I think we aired our grievances early.
We aired our grievances. We did festivals early.
Oh yeah, we started off with grievances.
Right.
So what's the next? The next thing is predictions. And so, you want to go Super Bowl predictions?
Yeah,
we can start with that one. Y'all go. Man. What y'all got?
So I got like a list of teams that I believe that could be in the. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got the Bills, Chiefs, Browns, Bucks, Packers, and Ravens. Dark Horse Saints to be in the Super Bowl. But my Super Bowl pick is the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh, boy. Dang. What you got? Who you got, B?
I got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow. And look, man, I hate to say this, man, because this kills me. They're killing me. Why did they killing me? I got, the Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that Super Bowl like they didn't watch last year.
I got a repeat from last year, man.
The NFL's not gonna be happy with that game. Trust me. They want new people.
They're gonna have to do better than some weekend.
Yeah.
at that time. They bring Mick Jagger out there.
They're gonna bring Beyonce and Bruno Mars and Pink Drake.
They got to bring Janet back. Janet and Justin Timberlake, just to see what can happen.
That'll get the ratings up.
Oh yeah, I get the ratings up. Yeah, for sure.
But for some reason, I got to repeat, man. And if Tom Brady does this again, oh man, I'm not going to say I hate Tom. I just never liked Tom Brady.
No one did. No one does. That's why he doesn't have endorsement deals.
The greatest dudes to ever do it in their sports are rarely liked. MJ, rarely liked.
He's universally. I mean, it's probably 60-40 like versus dislike.
But it's not where, he's people have people tolerate him.
Yeah, universal.
He's not universally liked.
No.
Tiger Woods is not universally liked.
No.
Why is that though?
Because
he's too dominant.
Yeah, but you get so dominant, and you're able to go to that place that humans can't relate to.
Yeah,
like typical humans can't relate to.
Now other golfers love Tiger Woods because he raised the purse. So I can be, 30 for like 10 tournaments, and I'm making $2-3 million.
Yep.
Wait a minute, but doesn't everybody like a winner?
Not really. What's the Dark Knight line? Either you die, if you die a hero, or you live long enough to be the villain. It's one of the greatest movie quotes of all time. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm. So B Wig, if Dak keeps winning, and y'all win a Super Bowl like 3 or 4 times within a 6-year period, you're not going to hate Dak. You're going to be, that's my quarterback.
No, he's going to he's not going to hate Dak.
Nah, I won't. But he.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
There's a world of people out there that already hate him just because of who he quarterbacks for.
Yes,
and that's only going to get worse if he wins. If he wins a championship. Now you throw 2, 3, 4 on top of that, he's going to be hated just as much or more than Tom Brady.
No one cares about Tampa Bay, but now that Tom Brady's over there, everybody hates Tampa Bay.
That's bad. I mean, that's some Dave Chappelle stuff there, boy. That's some hey.
That's just how that's just how it is.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow, man. So look. So this is where we are as a society.
We've always been like that. We
add our grievances. We made our predictions. Now we find out that.
I mean, when Magic Johnson was probably one of the most likable NBA players of all time. His nickname for teams that didn't like him was Tragic Johnson. I mean, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to that point, K-Man, I guess that's what makes sports.
Yes. People hate Alabama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't stop them from tuning in every Saturday on CBS.
Exactly.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point. I can't argue with that one, man. But this season is going to be interesting.
Yes.
I will say that.
17 games, which is weird. We haven't had I think the first time since 80 something. 88
three preseason games, which was weird,
and an extra playoff slot.
Yep.
Yeah. So how many playoff spots? Is it 7? No,
7.
What is it?
7
per conference.
It's 7. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Number 1 overall seed gets the bye.
The bye.
No more top 2 seeds.
Yep.
I wish they'd do something like the NBA, man. Do like the play-in tournament type stuff.
There's too many games.
Yeah, it's way too many games.
Yeah, man. And look, I'm a big college football fan. They were throwing around this 12-team playoff thing, but
I think they needed to. I was against it, but I'm tired of seeing Alabama and Clemson and a rotation of another 2 teams. Look, just make it 12. I know Dabo doesn't like it, so that makes me really like it. So yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
And my thing is, man, and we discussed this before. The reason they're doing all this stuff, man, is money.
Yeah. Texas is going to the SEC, and so Oklahoma.
Yeah, and Oklahoma. That's going to be interesting, boy. In 2025, I think.
The Big 12 is about to dissolve. It's just going to be the Pac-12 or whatever they're going to be called, Pac-16. The Big
10.
Big 10 with 15 teams. The ACC with a bunch of teams. It's just going to be 4 major conferences.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all for money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable, man. Money rules everything. I guess the Wu-Tang Clan was right.
Yep.
Cream, cash rules everything around me.
Yep. Raekwon told y'all in 95. He told y'all in 95.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Or was that 96? I can't remember. But it was one of those. He told you. The chef.
Yeah, man.
He's only, because you only know really like 5 dudes from that team, from that squad. It's RZA, it's RZA, Method Man, Raekwon, and Go Safe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people know if you really deep down expect the Doc. Expect the Deck.
You
got the worst rapper on the group.
Jizza, Master Killer.
Yeah.
I can go on and on with them dudes, bro. But yeah.
But it's only the top 5.
All right, man.
1 hour and 54 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time we gotta
this will not be like going forward, it will not be like that.
On a regular basis.
We love our lives.
Yeah.
Boy, B, you had me dying, boy, when you sent that joint this morning, man.
What did I what?
Oh, the screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy, boy.
That was hilarious, bro.
That joint had me dying, man.
I showed that to Christine. She was dying.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, the thing about, so I had taken Braden outside for his lunch break. We were throwing a football outside, and we got a camera in the back of the house that looks at the backyard. And like, I'm texting y'all in between throws, and all of a sudden I get a text from her, like, I see y'all back there throwing football, and you texted. Who you text? I said, I'm texting Sean and Kennedy about how y'all don't like us doing this podcast.
Yeah, look, man. Michelle texted me. What time she texted me? She texted me about 9:30 with the shrugged emoji like that.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, Christine's cool, but I don't think she's 1 hour and 55 minutes cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What that emoji? What that mean?
Whoa. That means we had a great preview of the show. We like everybody to listen, like, and comment and share, and we will see you next week. Hopefully,
look,
at least 2 of us.
But look, this one I'm gonna take upstairs with me.
Hey, you seen the movie Twins, right?
Yeah.
Remember at the end when Danny DeVito came begging on his hands and knees? Yeah, I'm about to do that.
But look, y'all, I'm in the basement now. This where I be falling asleep anyway. I be sitting down here, I be playing my game, man. Next thing I know, it's like 3 a.m, man.
Yeah, go ahead and get that pillow and them sheets popping, player.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.